Okay, so I don't really have much ideas for GPO content because GPO is dry as fuck right now. So why not just make a tier list, and this tier list will be for fruits based on how good they will be at farming. That includes normal leveling up farming with the quest for NPCs and stuff, Kraken farming, sea beast farming, ship farming, fucking dungeon farming, stuff like that. All types of farming into one. Okay, so let's start off with the commons. Just for this and this, just don't eat those. Seriously, don't eat those. If you're a newbie, just don't. And if you have eaten that, too bad. Just go get another one. Then we'll work our way with the rares. Horo, it's fine because of the spirit move where you can astral project yourself to the enemies. Bomo, it's viable, although it's probably better for dungeons and normal NPC farming. For Bari, it's fine. Not the best, but if you're doing like a lure, like I used to before, I lured Krakens and sea beasts and then used Barrier. And yeah, it's viable, but it just takes super long to do. For Gomu, uh, I'll put it here in viable, especially if you're doing a Kraken farm and then you're fishman, you can use Gatling on the Kraken, and if you ever fall into the water, you can just swim back out because you're a fishman. And for dungeons, it's decent. There's still a chance for you to mess up. So there's that. Now we're done with the. Oh, never mind. Meryl, yeah, it's fine. I think it's fine. Honestly, it's got the love pistol and then the love arrows, which deals a decent amount of damage if you put enough stats into it. I personally used this before when I was like still a newbie, just recently maxed level, and then I was farming sea beasts with this. It doesn't deal the most damage, but it's viable if you don't have anything left. Okay, so starting up with the legendaries, Goro. It's viable. It's decent for ship farming because of lightning wrath. For dungeons, I would say it's viable as well because I've used Goro before. It just takes long due to how long the cooldowns are, which I personally do not like, and the stamina drain because oh my god, this food stamina drain is insane. For Gura, it's viable, I think, or I'll put it above here. It's fine. You can still do dungeons with this. Dungeons, you can one-shot the NPCs, and then if you know what you're doing, you can also try to one-shot the boss or not, just like chunk their HP out. It's high, it's fine, I guess. Low, viable. For Hiei, it's viable. It doesn't have the best damage. It can walk on water though. It's decent for dungeons, especially Cupid dungeons. It's good. I have seen videos of people soloing Cupid dungeons with Hiei plus like a fighting style, Blackleg or Fishman karate. So it's decent, and if you ever want to like Kraken farm or Sea Beast farm, it's also good. If you just put like 800 into double fruit for this, your Ice Partisan will probably do like 80 per hit, which is very spammable. I think this is 0.5 seconds cooldown. For Ito, it's a no. Over here, yeah. It's in the high just don't tier. Reason why I'm putting it over here is because it has very low damage, very short range. The only thing putting it above here than the commons is that of the mobility move, which is the the sky strings, which is almost as fast as Pika Flight if you know what you're doing and know how to swing and carry the momentum. So moving up here, we have Magu, best in slot. Water walking, high damage, burn damage, barrage, all 2 projectile moves. It's even good in PvP because of eruption. And the magma swamp is good because for Cupid dungeons you can use it there. It's very easy to use. Same goes for Pika. They're practically both the same. I mean, not the same, but they're quite similar. Magu has water walking, high damage, but Pika doesn't have water walking, but it can fly. It has the fastest flight in game. It also has light ray and the jewels of light, which is really powerful. For Mera, yeah, I'll put Mera here high good at their job here because it can fly, can do dungeons pretty well, you can ship farm pretty well, and you can Kraken farm pretty well, though it just takes longer due to Fireflies having a stat cap, and so does Hiken. Overall, it's a good fruit. It's an all-rounder. You can even use it for PvP, and it's very great. For Suna, good at their job too. It's lower than Mera. It used to be higher than Mera, I'd say, or no, not higher than Mera before, but on par with Mera because pre-nerf Suna had really high damage with the Desert Storm, and I used it before for farming dungeons, and it was really OP. Almost even one-shot bosses. For Tori, I'd put it above Suna over here because it has flight. It flies faster than Suna. It has decent damage, although it's only one attack move, which is the Phoenix Burst. It has a relatively short cooldown. I think it was like 6 seconds cooldown. The only problem I have with this is that the only one attack move you have that is viable for farming, and the stamina drain from healing and flight, which, oh my god, it takes so much stamina. And then for Zushi, it's bottom, over here. I should actually adjust these, like this, like that. I should adjust this like that. These two are on same level. That should be like that. I place Zushi here because I may be a bit biased, but I am very, very confident in Zushi's ability to farm, because of its long-range attacks like the meteor strike and the ult, which, even though it has very long cooldowns, it still deals a decent amount of damage, even with like 300 in Devil Fruit. It deals like almost 100 per hit on the ult and almost 100 on the meteor strike. And if you want to farm even better with Zushi, you can put more Devil Fruit stats into it. And I think that's all fruits we have for now in update 4.9. And best in slot, we have Magu and Pika. These do not have a separate ranking. They are both good on their own. None of them is lower than the other. Good at their job. Mera and Tori have the same level. Suna is slower than them, and then Zushi is lower too, just because it's Paramesa, and the flight move isn't really that reliable because you can't fly mid-air. I mean, you can't cast the fly move mid-air. You have to be on the ground touching something. Use the fly move. For viable, we have Hiei because water walk and spammable ice partisan. Goro, decent. The ult and lightning wrath and the lightning dragon. Bomb because of the self-destruction, can one-shot NPCs. Gomu, high damage Gatling, though it just takes a lot of stats to have it reach that damage. We have Gura here, top of its finite just tier. It's almost viable. The problem is that it doesn't really have that good of range, and then the Blast Clutcher move doesn't hit if it's not near the ground. We have Horo here because of the astral projection. Bari and Mero are kind of meh, and these here, just don't eat them if you want to farm. Other than Ito can be an exception because of its mobility move. And other than that, that's my personal opinion on what's the best fruits for farming. If you like this video, feel free to drop a like, comment, subscribe, I don't know, do what you do. It's free, you can always change your mind later. And with that, I'll end it here now. Goodbye.